Tonight, we are going deep into one of the most haunting stories out there. It's about the final, frantic hours of a king who is completely cornered. A king so desperate for an answer, any answer, that he's about to break his own laws and turn to the one power he swore to wipe out. This is the story of King Saul's final night.
In this question, right here, this is the whole tragedy in a nutshell. Saul is caught in a trap that he himself set. He's the lawgiver, but his only way out, he thinks, is to become a criminal. It's this dark, fascinating spiral that all kicks off with one desperate command.
And this just lays it out so clearly. On one side, you've got Saul the righteous king, puffing out his chest, cleaning up the land from all this forbidden magic. And on the other side, you've got Saul the terrified man, whispering to his servants to find the very thing he outlawed. I mean, the hypocrisy is staggering, and it is fueled by pure absolute fear.
To really get why he's so desperate, you have to see the scene. There's this massive Philistine army getting ready to attack, and Saul is just paralyzed with terror. So he does what he's supposed to do, right? He asks God for help. But nothing. The heavens are just silent. No dreams, no answers from the Urim. Those were the sacred objects used to figure out God's will. And not a single prophet has a word for him. He is completely and utterly alone. So, what's a king supposed to do when God gives him the silent treatment? Well, he takes off his royal robes, throws on some normal clothes, and sneaks out in the middle of the night. This trip to Endor, it's not just a physical journey. It's a symbolic fall from grace. The king of Israel, hiding his face so he can break his own law.
So when he finally finds this medium in Endor, she is, understandably suspicious. This random guy shows up asking her to summon a spirit, and her first thought is, this is a setup. She calls him out on it, basically saying, hey, you know what King Saul did to people like me? Are you trying to get me killed? She sees a trap, not a desperate king. Now listen to how Saul tries to calm her down. He swears an oath in the name of the Lord, the same God who has totally abandoned him, to protect her while she breaks a law that God commanded. The irony here is just off the charts. He's literally using God's holy name to sign off on an unholy act. And then he makes the request that pretty much seals his fate. He doesn't ask for just any spirit, he asks for Samuel. The prophet Samuel, the man who anointed him king in the first place, but also the man who told him God would take his kingdom away. Saul is desperately trying to reconnect with the one person who represented his divine authority, probably hoping he'll hear a different message this time. The second the spirit appears, the medium just cries out. In that one instant, the whole disguise is blown. She doesn't need to see his royal clothes. The very presence of Samuel's spirit tells her exactly who her guest is. The jig is up. She's standing face to face with the king who made her entire existence illegal. And this is the reunion Saul gets. It's not comforting, there's no guidance, just a chilling voice from beyond the grave. Samuel's first words aren't sympathy, they're annoyance. Why did you bother me? You can feel the coldness. The prophet is not happy to be there, and it sets the stage for what's coming next, a prophecy of total doom. And the prophecy is just brutal. It comes in 3 devastating waves, and there is zero room for hope. First, your kingdom, it's gone. It's already been given to David. Second, your army, it's going to be crushed. And then the final, personal nail in the coffin. Tomorrow you and your sons will be with me, meaning you'll be dead. It's a complete and total condemnation. The impact of those words is immediate. Saul just collapses. The text says he fell full length on the ground. This isn't just emotional shock. His body literally gives out. He hasn't eaten, he's exhausted, and now every last shred of hope has been ripped away. His strength is just gone. But right here, as Saul is lying broken on the floor, condemned by God, condemned by the prophet's ghost, the story takes this really surprising turn. It pivots away from divine judgment and toward a moment of simple, unexpected human compassion. And where does this compassion come from? The most unlikely person imaginable. Not a priest, not a soldier, but the outcast medium herself. The very woman whose life Saul put in danger just by being there. She sees him shattered on her floor, and she shows him mercy. She insists on feeding him, on giving him strength for the battle she now knows he's about to lose. She prepares him his last meal. So we're left with this incredibly powerful final image, a condemned king, getting his last meal not from his faith, not from his court, but from an act of pure kindness from someone he had wronged. It really makes you ask, where do we find true compassion? Is it in the strict laws and condemnations, or is it somewhere else entirely? Maybe with the outcasts? It's a heavy question to end on.